Oh man, these hats are looking amazing.
Thank you.
So I've got to pay you for these, and I've got just.
We already discussed how much.
Yeah.
Yeah, $500.
Well, I have this tree that I've had in my family. It's a little more than 500. It's actually priceless.
No, I work on cash.
Oh.
Green stuff.
But
green stuff.
Oh, you want green stuff? Okay, got it. Hold on.
No.
I got something. What about this? Oh, I got this Grinch head.
No. How about credit card? Credit?
You want a card? Okay.
A card?
Oh, okay. Fine. Let's see.
Some plastic, paper, plastic.
I have this gift card for a massage.
No, that's not even to here.
It's green.
You're right. It's green. But I need like money directly from you to me for this.
How about
goods or services for exchange of money or services?
I'm gonna exchange services. Like a trade.
What you got?
Carry groceries.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Well, let me see.
Money or services for
how many pieces
goods
do we have?
You
said it was 500.
Services.
How many pieces do we have?
No.
Hey! Hola! Welcome to
Let's stitches.
Between the Seams. Yeah.
Between the seams.
To be honest, this is actually take 2. But we're gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about payments, and this time I'm not gonna blabber on, just to keep my throat from shutting.
Because
Long story.
you're sick this week. I was a little sick last week.
Yep. It's been a constant thing. So, you gotta take payments.
So we established pricing.
Yeah. That's another episode. You should go check that out.
And now it's time to get the money to equate to that pricing.
Get paid. Collect this stuff right here.
Yep.
Single. It's like that. You got to be that aggressive. You kind of have to be that aggressive.
Sometimes you do.
Yeah.
Some people don't appreciate that it's a business.
Yeah.
And why'd you get into business?
For exposure.
Exposure.
For my passion.
For passion. All right. How about supporting your family?
That's true. You mean I can't pay...
making a living.
I can't pay the rent with exposure?
No. I mean, you can try.
I can't call...
I think your landlord will...
I can't call the credit card company and be like, but I have so much passion. Yeah, sir, you have like a $5,000 credit card debt. But passion!
Yeah, your passion got you into trouble, huh?
That's true. It legitimately does get a lot of people into trouble. And that's sad, because it tends to happen to a lot of people, a lot of creatives, because they think that just because they have this amazing talent, they don't know how to ask for things like this. They don't even know how to go back and watch the pricing episode so you understand how to price what you do, and then come back to this one so you have the fortitude to go and ask people to pay that price so that you can actually maintain and sustain your business. You had a few examples from the past incarnation of this business.
So when I first came into this business, there was a pile of stuff in the closet that was just sitting there. Nobody was coming to pick it up. It wasn't going anywhere.
So finished stuff, like deliverables?
Finished stuff. Yeah. Stuff that was embroidered and just sitting in a closet. And when I asked what it was basically a pile of abandoned goods, because people either forgot about it, didn't come back to pick it up, didn't want to pay the price that was negotiated upon dropping off these items, and just decided to abandon those things. Or, in a couple instances, somebody died. Now, granted, nobody should go off and chase the dead for money.
Yeah.
Unless you're a credit card company.
And you're just a jerk. I'm going to do it.
But, from the get-go, that was the first change I made, was we're going to get paid up front. Or we're going to make those arrangements up front on how we're going to get paid.
Yeah.
It will be known. Now, there are clients I have that I invoice, but we've established an invoicing system. They've made good on their credit. I don't have any doubt that I'm going to get paid from these people. And that's great.
Yeah.
And most of the clients I have walking in the door doing other stuff that are repeat clients, I know they're going to pay me too.
Yeah.
But there's still that established, I'm going to get paid before I do the work. So that way nobody on the back end can say, I don't really need it anyways, and dip out.
Yeah.
Which brings into maybe even getting paid for just your expenses and not the full thing.
At the very least, like you're saying, supplies,
labor, if you have employees that you have to pay.
Yeah.
Or for the photo instance. The photo realm, the videographer realm. You know,
a lot of it
sometimes you hire partners to help you complete a project. And if you've got to pay them and you haven't gotten paid yourself, how are you going to pay them?
That's true.
And where does that relationship go when you're like, oh, I'm still waiting to get paid, sorry I can't pay you?
In the crapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it rough. It's a tough conversation to have when that kind of stuff happens. Especially because, you know, as much as you want to blow it off, you've still got responsibilities to attend to. And I mean, especially like, what if you have a storefront? How are you going to somehow magically pay for that storefront if you've got no one actually giving you money in exchange for your goods or services? But I wanted to...
How are you going to feed your family?
That's true. But how do you even... Well, you already said this. You said you kind of built up the fortitude or the ability to actually ask people because you saw just how bad it could be if you didn't establish that at the beginning.
I mean, I listen to the podcasts, the YouTube episodes, and that's how I established the getting paid part, because I had the fears of asking for money.
Yeah.
But then it's an understanding, it's a business.
Yeah.
And in business, people understand that there is an exchange for what's being provided.
Just like when you
go to Walmart or Publix or whatever your local grocer or retail store is, and you pay money for the items that you want to buy. So everybody already understands that basic principle. So it shouldn't really be that hard to ask for the money.
Yeah.
If somebody has that value to ask you to do something, why not ask for that money? Like, what's the holdup?
Have you ever done a trade for services?
I have.
Okay.
Gary Caldwell actually cleaned my carpets, and in exchange I did some embroidery work for him. There have been instances where I'll reduce the price, and in return somebody else will reduce their price on certain items.
Nice, okay.
But in the end, there's still an understanding of that value and asking for that value, establishing that value, and making the exchange.
Yeah. That's those fairly good points. But yeah, because I feel like for most people, and I was certainly guilty of this, there's this kind of cheesy acronym for fear, or it's FEAR, and it's false expectations appearing real. Getting into business, especially if you think that you're just going to do what you're technically proficient at. Like, say in my case, I'm just going to take photos and videos. At the very beginning, I really didn't have a grasp on pricing. I didn't have a grasp on even asking for payments. The structures were accepting payments, because there's different structures. necessarily have to pay all the cash up front or half of it up front. There's other different structures where you can do like a net 15, net 30, net 60, however it is you want to set it up, as long as you establish that expectation. But for me, I didn't even know.
Even in the credit realm, there has to be established credit with that
That's
customer
true.
or client
Yeah.
that makes you comfortable enough to say, I can wait 15 days before I get paid.
That's true.
Like my clients, they have that I invoice, they have established that they'll pay me.
Yeah.
Like there's no question. I send you the invoice, I know I'm going to get my money. And I have a pretty good idea of when I'm going to get that money.
Yeah.
And you know, if I'm not going to get that money, I'm going to call you or email you
To make sure you
about
get that money.
where my money's at.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's just respecting yourself and respecting what the client is getting, the value the client's respecting. And I think on the client end too, you kind of have to be bought in. Because if you're not respecting the fact that, say, this hat, if you're not respecting the fact that someone is actually taking your vision and making it into reality with their knowledge, the tools at their reach, and the means that they have to create this, at the same time, you're not really respecting your own vision. You're not respecting the fact that they're able to make it happen, because there's no skin in the game. There's no, like, that's the only exchange of value.
If you go off and do a photo shoot, and the client says, oh, this needs to be changed, this needs to be changed. You go off and do another shoot.
Yeah.
The client says, oh, this needs to be edited, this needs to be adjusted. You go off and do another shoot, and you still haven't gotten paid. What's to stop that person at the end of the day from saying,
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I don't have the value in this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay you.
Honestly, I don't like it. Yeah,
You've got
that's
you've
happened.
got nothing to back you up and say, hey,
Yeah, that's happened.
but I did all this.
Yeah.
Well, shame on you. You
And
didn't get paid.
That's true. That's time out of your day. So you either deal with the consequences of feeling that, or feeling the shame after the end, and this now strained relationship between you and your client, who may or may not have been someone close to you, or you
anybody
deal.
else you paid
Yeah, or you deal with
or
the
were supposed
conversation.
to pay.
You just deal with the conversation of, hey, pay me. Well, unless you got anything else to add, I think that pretty much gets to the heart of it. You just gotta toughen up and do.
I will say that this probably will segue into another conversation about discounting services.
Okay.
For instance, when was the last time you walked into, we'll throw Walmart out there again, and said, I want a discount on this. What is the lowest price I can pay on this already priced item?
Yeah. Never.
No, unless you have a coupon. You
Yeah.
know. So what makes it okay to walk into any other small business and say, what's the lowest I can pay for your good or service?
Yeah.
Well, my response to that is, why do you deserve a discount?
That's kind of a crummy question to ask, too. But
But
people do it all the
people
time.
do it.
All the time. I've done it. I'm sure you do too.
People do
How you
it
doing?
all the time.
Yeah. I'll wrap it and kill your mic.
How are you?
Oh, great.
All right.
I'm not
And
sure.
with that, that is a wrap. Obviously, as you can see, Zach is in the middle of dealing with a customer because this is a live shop. And if you happen to like this, go ahead and give it a like or give it a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. Leave comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, ideas. If you just want to say hi, go ahead and do that. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe so you can see these videos every week. We've been cranking them out every week for going on 2 months now. So there's been 8 episodes. Or if you happen to be watching this on Facebook Live, go ahead and like the Facebook page so you can also follow us on a weekly basis. As always, that's Zach with Company Outfitters Say It With Stitches. I'm Mark with Echelon Media, helping you elevate your story. This has been another episode of Between the Scenes. See you guys.